Hi, has this ever happened to you? Boy, I sure am thirsty. I need to take a sip out of this basic water bottle that nobody knows how to use. No, that hasn't happened to you because you're not a moron. But if you watch infomercials, you're going to believe that that's exactly how people think that products are supposed to be used. I'm going to show you guys this thing today, and I'm going to show you how to use it without having to pretend that you don't know how to drink water. But check this thing out. It's pretty awesome. So let's get into this. It's a water bottle. You know, I like to do gear a lot. I'll do different things if I think that it actually is going to work and mean something. And my friends over at CITCAR sent me this because they know that I can prove that this thing is something. So it's a flip top with a lock, so it's not going to come off accidentally, right? The top's not going to come off. It's a simple push button. Boop, boop, boop. It releases right here. You have your typical spout. Now, generally, with a water bottle, I'll get into some of the other really cool features, but generally with a water bottle, if you don't like drinking like room temperature water or warmer water, what you'll do is you'll stick some ice cubes inside your water, right? But then all of a sudden you're drinking your water and there's an ice cube that gets blocked in the little hole, and you're looking like an idiot trying to get it out, and then all of a sudden it shifts and you do get a little bit of water splash, not like this, but you get a little splash and it's kind of annoying. If you are a person who prefers flavored water, but you want it natural, and let's say you want to take some strawberries, and we'll test this out, and you want to cut up some strawberries and shove them in there, and then all of a sudden you're drinking your water and a big hunk of strawberry gets stuck in your throat, you understand that that sucks too. These are issues that doesn't happen with this water bottle, and I'm going to show you why. But let's get into it a little bit. So now the human body needs 32 ounces of water a day, right? I mean, it doesn't need 30. You could survive without 32 every day. But to stay healthy, strong, and good and vibrant, 32 ounces of water a day is pretty much the minimum where you want to, as far as burning weight and just staying hydrated and really healthy. In the Army, one thing that I'll never forget is basic training, where all you hear is hydrate or die, hydrate or die. And they're right. Like today, we're about 100 degrees with 100% humidity. It's hot, right? You need water. You need hydration. And it's really important. And the problem is with a lot of people is motivation. Like they know how much water they should be drinking, and people get these water bottles and they fill them up and they start drinking, and then they just start to But this water bottle is really cool. And I'm going to put the link down below for you to get this. It's only like $14.99. It's like a $15 bottle. And hold on a second. For water bottles that will keep your water cold and keep yourself hydrated, you can spend between 30 and 60 bucks for regular water bottles. And I know, because that's what I spend on water bottles. And it's foolish. But then you take this off, that's your water hole. That's dumping a whole lot of water. So if you decided you wanted to put flavor inside your water, guess what? No bueno. It's not going to happen. So there needed to be something better, and I'm pretty sure it's been done 1,000 times. These guys just happen to do it right for a better price. Hold on. Let's go over the features. First, there is a swiveling lanyard, right? So if you're walking, you don't have ginormous hands. If you're walking, you can have your hands free so you can walk with your cell phone, because that's apparently what people do these days, or do whatever else you need to do, hold a dog leash and this and that, and you can keep your water strapped to you, no problem. You could even attach it to a bag using a carabiner or anything else, and you're fine. You could even use it as a belt loop if you really wished. But it is swiveling, which makes a huge difference. That's actually a really good thing. A lot of the water bottles don't usually come with something, and some of them that do, they attach to here and they don't swivel. So that's a good thing. I showed you the push button lock, which is good, and you can see that it is rubber sealed here. Normally on a push button lock, what you're going to have is this area is just going to be the plastic sitting there. So there's no splash protection. This one has it. You'll notice this little tiny hole right here. If you've ever opened up a can of any kind of, remember they used to come in cans, liquid, you'd crack open one part and then you go to pour it and it doesn't pour right, not until you add a second hole, and that's for air to flow through and help push and regulate. So they have that, but one of the genius things they did is they added a rubber stopper there too. So that really prevents splash. We'll see how much, and we'll give it a good test. But that's really freaking smart. So another thing that's on this bottle is right here in the center. It's a rubber band. Well, it's a rubber band. It's a rubber band that goes all the way around, giving you really good grip because this is a plastic bottle, right? Your hands can slide and slip all over it, but they won't because you have this right here, which adds an enormous amount of grip. Really freaking good, right? So far, it's got all the things that you'd want your water bottle to have, right? But then it has even more. So 32 ounces is what you should be drinking. Also, they come in 2 different sizes, and I believe the small size is like $11.99. It's 17 ounces, so it's child size, how much water a young person should be drinking per day. So if you want your kid to be healthy and hydrated, especially in the heat, you can get them one of the small sizes, and they come in a bunch of different colors. It's actually really nice. As a matter of fact, I'll show you. All right, so this is the link I'm going to be showing you guys, but you see the black, that's the one I have. But then you see all these different colors right here. So literally you can have whichever one you want, right? And they're all attractive, right? They look good. They get the job done, especially as parents. You know your kid is going to be finicky and picky, and they're going to want the one that they want. They're going to want the one that they like. For me, the pink and purple was out of the question. But so let's say you started drinking your water for the day, and you get to a certain point, and normally the water bottles, like those other ones, you can't see through, right? So you have no idea where your water level, what you've consumed already, has been. Here it says right here, hydrate yourself. You just drank 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They even give you time slots. In this amount of time, you should be able to drink from here to here, right? Here to here. And then from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., remember your goal. Remember your goal. Okay, you hydrated a little bit, but remember, you got to keep going. So then from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., keep drinking. You're not done yet. From 12 to 6, don't give up. You're literally almost there. And then at the bottom, it says, you did it. Fill and repeat. It's a motivational water bottle. A water bottle that motivates you to keep on going. It's telling you you have almost reached your goal. And if you just finish this in just 2 short weeks, you're going to have DBAT arms. Okay, maybe not. But it's really, really good. So then you'd think, all right, so this is really cool. I've got this swiveling little handhold so I can go for walks. It's got a really nice push button. It's got some rubber gaskets. We're going to check. It's got rubber around here, so it's going to hold me. It's tinted. All of them are tinted, so it's going to help with heat reduction. But beyond that, it gives you the diagram of what you need to do, and it helps you. It just tells you, hey, keep going, you're almost there. And if you don't have someone in your life that's there to push you constantly, your bottle will, right? So now we're going to crack it open, and I'm going to show you the really good surprise in there, right? It has big threads, so you don't have to worry about those little skinny threads either breaking or cross-threading and having an issue. Really well made. This is nice and thick. But here's my favorite part. It's got a strainer. So this guy right here is what prevents those ice cubes from lodging into your throat. And I got the extra stuff in there. It even gives you extra rubber seals. So when yours start to wear out, bada boom, bada bing, you got new ones. And they're not going to wear out anytime soon. So keep those around because you're going to have them for a long time. Now let's say I want to do my strawberries, and we're going to test it all. Put it in there, put my water in there and my strawberries in there. I can mix it around and get it all good. And so now my plain water is now flavored, right? You can put lemon in there, whatever you want to put, and you're drinking it, and you don't have to worry about any of those giant pieces getting lodged into your throat. And I'll show you how I prefer my water, but first let's test everything. All right, so I just put in some water, right? It's about halfway, more than halfway filled, almost 3/4. And I want to see the splash, right? All that rubber is keeping it splash resistant. Is it dump resistant? We'll find out. I really was waiting for water to pour all over my floor, and I just started thinking in my head, man, I'm gonna have to clean this up. But Look at that, 0 drippage, 0. So let's open this up. There's no water in here. These 2 little seals just literally prevented the water from spilling anywhere. That's really good when you're talking about a flip top water bottle. They don't all have that kind of resistance. That's fantastic. That's really freaking good. When it comes to good gear, I love good gear because I use gear. I use bags. I use hydration packs. I use water bottles. I use gear because I live, right? If you're a human being, you live. You need stuff, right? So let's test this stuff even further. We're going to get some ice. So, of course, you do have a wide mouth, which is real. I'm not saying you have a wide mouth, but you have a wide mouth on the bottom, on the bottle, which is excellent for ice cubes because you don't have to worry about crushed ice. You can put in real-sized ice cubes. So now I'm going to put in my little tray, and I'm going to put back on my cap, and I'm going to press my button. So now I have nothing to clog my hole. I have nothing to clog my hole. So right here I have a spout that gives me water without other things coming at me. All right, so let's do something. All right, so you don't like plain water? Well, hey, it matches. Let's take this little kubi here and just cut up some strawberries. And I'm not going to cut them too big because I want normally what you'd have for sizes that could get through a spout that could choke you out, right? So I'm going to cut it like this, and then I'm going to cut it in half. And so I have pieces that could fit through a normal water bottle spout without problem, right? We're going to stick them all in there and keep going, keep going, keep going. This is the part where I could have had pre-cut strawberries and avoided having to cut everything on film, but I thought things through not so well. So here we go. So now I have ice and I have strawberries inside there. I'm going to take in my trusty little strainer, and I'm going to put on my cap. I'm going to press my button, and I'm going to mix it around a little bit, really get that strawberry. Remember, water, people, when they hear water, you don't have to have plain water. You can go and you can get those little iced tea squirt packets or the powder packets and put it in there. They sell the 0 sugar stuff all over the place, so you're not loading sugar into your water, and they're good. It just tastes like regular iced teas and things like that. But you're still getting all the water. Just because you're adding flavoring doesn't mean, oh, now it's not water. No, it's still freaking water, right? So now I have strawberry water. It's actually really good, strawberry water. So now you can see I have my strawberries in there, but nothing is clogging the hole, right? So my little strainer is doing the job. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this out, and I'm going to show you how I do my water, how I prefer to drink water, and how I get through the day. All right, so 2 very, very healthy items that you can add to your diet are ginger and mint. So these 2 guys right here are what I add into every bottle of water. Now, when the mint, it's just tiny, like little tiny leaves, right? Like little ones. If I'm drinking and the mint gets in my mouth, it doesn't matter. It's just fresh breath maker right there. What sucks is when the ginger, you're drinking and all of a sudden, like literally, because I drink from a regular water bottle, let's say I'm going for a short walk, I'll take something like this if it's just a short walk. But now I'm drinking, those ginger pieces get in my throat. And this isn't like fake infomercial information. That's real stuff. I'll be drinking and it sucks. So I've got my water. I've got my bottle. I've got my ginger. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of ginger. Now the ginger is going to give it a little bit of spice, but ginger is good because it helps ease your system, right? It makes your system good, especially through motion. It really calms your innards, and it delivers all kinds of properties that are just excellent for the body. Mint, if you don't know what mint does for your body, look up the properties of mint. It's excellent. So I'll take some mint, and I will dump it in there as much as I want. And there's no set amount. I just go until I know it's going to make the water taste good. So now I have mint and I have ginger. I'm going to stick in my little strainer, and I haven't used this yet. This is the first day I've used it. So I really want to know if the ginger is going to be getting lodged in my throat, right? So now that I know I don't have to worry about spilling, I can give it a good solid mix, because I really want the water to suck in the flavors from the mint and the ginger. It's a minty spice basically inside your water, and it's fantastic. So I'm gonna take that out, and now I got the little strainer in there. Let's see. Oh, so nice. Let me see if we can put it in something clear and test it. All right, so let's see if any ginger comes through. No ginger. All you see through there is only the tiniest little pieces of mint. But when you drink that, like the mint, you don't feel the mint. It goes down smooth, right? It's the ginger, the big chunks of ginger. They aren't getting through that strainer. So now I know that when I'm walking, I don't have to get a big hunk of ginger going down my throat, and it sucks. And then if you bite it, ginger doesn't taste good when you eat it, but for some reason, when you put it in the water, it actually works out really well. So I got these bigger flakes in there of mint. You can see it stuck here. Those aren't getting through. So if you use even mint leaves instead of, like, I got this stuff, this ground stuff, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll just use real mint. I'll get a mint plant. But I kill everything, so I have to use them right away. But the mint leaves won't go through the strainer at all. And that ginger is not getting through the strainer, which makes this, for me, an excellent freaking buy, because those pieces of ginger get lodged in my throat. But I mean, who knows? You could be using anything to flavor your stuff. If you want to take lemon and put it in there, you don't have to worry about removing the seeds. Think about how many times people have gotten a lemon at a restaurant. You throw it in your water, and all of a sudden you're drinking, and you get a seed in your mouth. Not going to happen. And not only that, but I'm still motivated. I'm motivated to keep drinking my water. So this thing is going to turn out to be a really, really nice piece. And I already know I'm going to be getting one for, I have 3 girls in the house. Everybody's getting one of these bottles. So I'm going to use the link down below to go ahead and purchase some, because this is really good. This is strong. It's nice. It's good looking. They have colors options, so everybody knows which one is theirs. The fact that it's motivational is great. It's just great, especially if you are having trouble self-motivating. It's nice to have something tell you, hey, you're not done yet. Just keep going. And it's like, my bottle believes in me. It's just fantastic. So I'm really stoked about this. It turned out to be a better product than I would have guessed. The strainer is awesome. Now, Shelly makes these shakes, right? She's got this. And they mix up and you put different things, and it's got one of those in there. And I thought when she first got this, I was like, that's an excellent shake cup, because now she can put in her real fruits and things like that. When she's drinking out of that top, nothing's going to suck into her throat. And I thought that was really good. So when this came around, I said, that's awesome. It's just awesome. Perfect. This is the box it comes in. So you get your nice little box that has all the information. It comes with an entire information packet. It gives you all the stuff about it. It is BPA free for those of you who really are concerned. And it's just awesome. There is a barcode if you really wanted to, and if you looking at that, I mean, I'm putting the link down below, but still right there, that's what it is. 100% BPA free. So really, really good. I'm surprised with this, and I wouldn't have guessed it was going to be this good for the price, just because I know what it's like to have a $60 water bottle. I actually have an $80 water bottle that I bring camping, that I think I just might have to bring this one instead. Especially for cold drinks, I think this is going to be really good. Hot drinks, you might be able to. I didn't test that, but I know I can feel the cold through this, so I'd be able to feel the hot through this. So I would think that this is going to be a cold drink container. But when you're talking about water, getting your waters in, that's really all you need. But then you can fill it with Gatorade and all that. It's going to easily clean. You can throw it in the dishwasher. Awesome. So this is the first time I've had my drink, and I make these all the time, but I use regular water bottles. This is the first time I'm drinking it without getting the ginger. So I'm actually really happy about that. That's right there. That's just enough for me to be happy about. Here we go. Oh yeah, you got a little stuff right there. For me, this is backwards, so I have no idea what it says. But that's it. This is gonna be my water bottle. I'm gonna actually go park myself. I got some research to do, but I got my water right here, and I am good to go. So follow the link down below. I get nothing from this link, so there's no Donnie B all day codes or anything. There's nothing I get. So this is just me telling you that this is a really good water bottle and it's leak proof. So that part alone is fantastic. All right, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next video.